Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a master video. I am going to tell you each and everything you need to crack your PT core test in the very first go. I've been teaching PT for the last 6 years. I've been teaching PT Academic and now I've started PT core as well. I took the test, PT core test, as soon as it was introduced for the very first time. By the grace of God, I've got 19 all the modules in PT Core as well. I've got 11 times, I've got 19 PT Academic, and this was my first attempt, and I've got 90 each. In this video, I'm going to tell you each and everything you need to know to crack your PT Core test with a perfect score. You'll be getting the templates, the tricks, the marking criteria, the practice plan, the website where you have to practice, how you have to take the mock test, and what are the shortcuts which I have developed, used, and which you need to use to crack your test in the very first go. I really want you to take notes while the video goes on so that you don't have to watch the video again and again, and you save your time and you get your desired scores in the very first go. Let's get into the video. I'll be sharing my screen. I've prepared a presentation for all of you guys. Take notes, get into the video, understand. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. And that is all you need to crack your PT test. Now let's get into the video. PT Core full course in one video. In this video, we will have a look at all the question types, all the tasks for speaking, writing, reading, and listening. What is PT Core? Remember this thing. PT Core is an English test which is only valid for Canadian work permit or Canadian permanent residency. If you want to apply for your student visa or you want to apply for any other country's visa, you need to take PT Academic. A full course for that particular test, PT Academic, is also available. What happens in PT Core? There are 4 modules: speaking, writing, reading, and listening. Total, there are 19 different question types. This is an integrated test. What happens in other tests, for example, IELTS and other, that speaking section is only concerned with speaking, writing is concerned with writing, reading is concerned with reading, and so on. But in PT, all the sections are interconnected. From speaking, you get points in reading and listening. From writing, you get points in reading. From reading, you get points in writing. From listening, you get points in reading and writing. So all the modules are interconnected. So it is very important and crucial that you understand the scoring, because out of 19 questions, there are 8 to 9 questions which are not important at all. I will tell you while we go through the video which questions you have to focus on and which questions you have to avoid. The test is around 2 hours long and there is no break in the test. You have to finish everything in a single go. Everything is computer based. There's no human involvement. There's no human examiner who will check your answer. You will, once you go for your test, you will be made to sit on a computer. You'll be given marker. You'll be given a notebook, an erasable notebook where you can take notes. You'll be given a computer, a microphone, a headset where you have to, speak and give your answer. So there's no human involvement. As soon as you submit your test, a computer or AI, artificial intelligence, will check your responses, will grade you, and that is how you'll get the score. Once you go for the test, the very first thing which you'll have on your screen is an option to check your microphone. You need to make sure this is how your screen is going to look like. You need to play and listen, make sure your speakers or the headset is working. Then on the next screen, you'll have an option to check your mic. Make sure you record your voice, play it back, make sure you are able to listen it properly and everything is crisp and clear, because if your voice is not clear, computer will have problem understanding what you're trying to say and you might lose a lot of points in speaking, because there's no human or a person who will put in effort to understand what you're saying. Once you have checked your microphone, make sure you don't keep it too close to your mouth. Just keep it parallel to your mouth, around 3-4 fingers away. Check your pen or marker, whatever marker or pen you have been provided. Most of the test centers will give you 2 markers. If not, ask them for an extra marker, because sometimes the markers stop working in the middle and that might create some issues for you. Always place the lid on the marker because markers tend to dry out very fast and I don't really want you to freak out in the middle of the test. Be very comfortable. If you need, ask for help and focus. Remember, in the same room, there will be around 10 students who will be taking the test. So it will be a noisy room. So you don't stress. When students go for the test for the first time, they're pretty nervous that what's even going on. Everyone is shouting. Make sure you just focus on yourself, and while you practice in a noisy environment. If you're practicing by yourself in a room, just have some kind of background noise so that you're used to noisy environment and you are able to focus in the test. And then once you're done with your microphone testing and everything, you'll be asked to give a personal introduction. You'll have 25 seconds to prepare and 40 seconds to speak about yourself. This question is only to get you comfortable with the test. This is not scored or evaluated. You are not going to get any points for this. You can speak anything about yourself. This is not important, so you don't have to worry about. You can say your name, your hobby, what you like to do, what you don't like to do. In case you're not comfortable, you can skip it as well, but I'll highly recommend you attempt this question so that you gain that confidence, you get into the flow, and whatever mistakes you have to make, you just make over here, but you don't make once your test starts. After your personal introduction, your speaking module will start. There are 5 different question types in your speaking, and you'll have around 29 questions in total. First question is read aloud, then you have repeat sentence, describe image, respond to a situation, and answer short questions. Let's start with the first task, read aloud. What happens in read aloud? In read aloud, you'll get a passage on your screen. The passage can be up to 60 words long. Once you get the passage on your screen, you'll have 35 seconds to prepare. After 35 seconds, your recording will start. As soon as your recording will start, you'll have around 30 to 35 seconds to speak your answer. You have to read the passage as it is on the screen. For example, a Medicare Advantage plan may complement your existing VA benefits and help reduce gaps in your healthcare coverage. Enrolling in a Medicare Advantage plan may provide access to additional services and benefits. Dental coverage may not be covered by VA healthcare. Now, you've been given 35 seconds to prepare, but normally you'll finish in around 15 to 20 seconds. So as soon as you finish, you need to click on the next button. You do not have to wait for the recorder to stop by itself. As I've told you, you'll be given a text on your screen with 35 seconds to prepare. After 35 seconds, you'll have a beep sound. Sound indicates that your microphone has opened up or means your recording has started. You'll have 6 to 7 read aloud in your test. This task is an important task. Why? Because it gives you points in your speaking and in your reading. This is an important task and an easy task. Like all the other questions in speaking, is based on 3 parameters: fluency, pronunciation, and content. You get 5 points for fluency, 5 for pronunciation, and 5 for content. It is very important you understand what fluency and pronunciation is. Fluency is not your speed, remember this thing. Fluency is more concerned with your flow. Fluency does not mean that you have to speak too fast. It's more about speaking naturally without any kind of unnatural pauses or hesitations. Speak in a smooth flow, not too fast, not too slow. Avoid all kind of hesitations and self-corrections. Second is pronunciation. Pronunciation is your clarity, not your accent. Don't try to copy any kind of accent. Just speak naturally, but make sure each and every word comes out clearly. Content. What does content mean? Content means the words on your screen over here. To get full points in content, make sure you do not miss the words in the middle of the passage. Focus on S and ED sound at the end of the words. For example, benefits, right? If you say benefit, that's incorrect. So any word ending with S or ED sound, your sound should come out clearly. Otherwise, you might lose some points in content. How to read numbers or contractions or years? Remember this thing, you have to read it in a journal way as you speak in oral English. For example, I was born in 1991. You'll never say I was born in 1991. So 1991. I have 180 cows. You'll never say I have 180 cows, right? Contractions like don't, you will read normally. You will not say do not, because don't or contractions, we speak in oral English and that's how you have to do it. So basically you have to read as you speak in spoken or oral English and you'll be fine. Fluency is your flow, not too fast, not too slow. Take pause if you're out of breath, keep yourself comfortable, but avoid any kind of corrections and hesitation. Pronunciation means focus on clarity, don't try to copy accent. And for content, speak all the words clearly and do not miss S and ED sound at the end of the words. So this is your read aloud, speak naturally. You'll have 5 to 6 of these in your test, maximum 7. Focus on clarity, speak smoothly, and you'll be fine. Next question type is repeat sentence. If you want to practice read aloud or any question type, what you need to do is you just need to go on languageacademy.com.au, register over there. then go to PTE Core. You can practice all the question types, take as many mock tests you want. You'll get your scores for fluency, for your pronunciation, for your content. You'll get to know what sounds you're not pronouncing clearly, what you have to do to improve and everything, right? So you can take as many mock tests over there. You can practice as many questions you want, and you'll get a lot more things which will help you with your preparations. Next question type is repeat sentence. Second task of your test, slightly challenging task, but an important task. And if you perform well over here, your speaking and listening scores will skyrocket, will increase. What happens in this task? You'll get an audio with a sentence. The sentence will be 8 to 16 words long. Once the audio stops, you will have half a second and then your recording will start, and you'll have to repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. This is how your screen is going to look like. Once your audio starts and finishes, your recording will start. For example, the sentence says, I'm going to London with my friends tomorrow. Your recording will start. You have to repeat the same sentence as it was in the audio. You will have 10 to 12 of repeat sentences in your test. Out of 10 to 12, 8 to 9 or even 10 sometimes will be easy, 2 to 3 will be difficult. Difficult means slightly long, around 14-15 words. Normally, the length of the sentences will be around 8 to 10 words. So you don't have to stress much, but you have to practice. This task will give you a lot of points in speaking and listening, and this is an important task, so you have to practice. Like read aloud, this is assessed on 3 parameters: fluency, pronunciation, and content. Content is actually 3 points in repeat sentence. You get 5 points for fluency if you speak in a smooth flow, not too fast, not too slow, at a natural pace. You don't have to go too fast. Pronunciation means you have to speak clearly. Don't worry about your accent. As clearly as and as naturally as possible, speak it. I have an Indian accent. I do not try to imitate or change my accent. I just keep it very normal, and I've got 90 in speaking, around 12 times now. And then content, you get 3 points in content, as I've told you. Content is important. How is content marked? First of all, pay attention over here. PT guideline says you get 3 out of 3 if you repeat 100% of the content. You get 2 out of 3 if you repeat more than 50% but less than 100%, and you get 1 out of 3 if you repeat around 25% of the content. But see, I have taken the test around 12 times now, and I've got 19 listening, 19 speaking every time. And I can tell you this for sure, that PT is not expecting you to repeat 100% of the content, because whenever I go for the test, I always mess up the content. Means I'm not able to repeat 100% of the content every time. But what I do is I focus on 70 to 80% of the content and speak that part clearly and confidently. The whole idea is try to understand the sentence and try to repeat as much as of the content possible, but clearly and confidently, and do not stop, right? There are 2 strategies you can use. I'll explain you in a while, but remember this thing: for content, try not to omit words. Content is important, but even if you don't have 100% of the content, as much as you remember, you repeat it clearly and confidently, okay? You do not have to stop. Now I'll give you an example. Let's say your sentence is, this is your sentence. Please repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. You only remember till here. You have 2 options. First option is just repeat this part clearly and confidently and add a filler. Filler means you can just say, and I'm very happy. For example, you say, please repeat the sentence, and I'm very happy. Now what happens over here? You will get full points in fluency, full points in pronunciation, and probably 2 points in content. And second option is you say it this way: please repeat the sentence, and repeat sentence here. So what happens in second case, right? You're trying to recall the content, but you'll not have enough time that you'll be able to recall the content. The whole idea is you understand the sentence as much as you remember, speak clearly and confidently, do not stop. Obviously, you have to try and maximize the content, but in case you don't have 100% content, it's fine. Even if you repeat 70-80% content, but clearly and confidently, you'll be fine. So whole idea is understand the sentence as much you remember, speak it clearly, confidently, without stopping. You can either memorize the sentence or you can write the initials of the sentence. For example, the sentence is, please repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. You can just write PRTSEA like this in your notebook so that you are able to recall it. But it might be difficult for a lot of students because sentences are quite fast. So it's better you just memorize or understand the sentence, repeat as much as you can clearly and confidently. You can use either strategy, but do not mix, stick with one. Again, speak as much as you remember in a clear and fluent manner. And if you have less content, you repeat the same content, but make sure you do not stop, right? If you repeat 70 to 80% content and repeat that clearly and confidently, you can still get full points. Repeat sentence is something which will require some practice. This is something we are not really used to. So it's better you practice this on daily basis. Remember this thing. All right. So this was your repeat sentence. To practice, you can go on languageacademy.com.au and see the difficulty level and how you have to perform. Third question type of your test is describe image. Pretty simple, scoring and easy. What happens over here? You'll get an image on your screen. The image can be a bar graph, a pie chart, any random image, any table, any XYZ image. As soon as you get the image on your screen, you will have 25 seconds to prepare. After 25 seconds, your recording will start and you will be given 40 seconds to give your response. This task is marked on 3 parameters, again, fluency, pronunciation, and content. You can have an image, any line graph, pie chart, random image on your screen, 25 seconds to prepare, 40 seconds to speak. You'll be given 40 seconds to speak, but it is not that you have to speak exactly 40 seconds. You can speak anywhere more than 20 seconds and you'll be fine. You will have 3 to 4 of describe images in your test. This will only give you points in speaking module, and this is assessed on 3 parameters. Here as well, fluency means you have to speak in a flow. Pronunciation is your clarity. Now, what is content? Remember this thing. Understand this carefully. For describe image, there is no fixed answer. There is no fixed answer because if this image is given to 1,000 different students, and let's say all the students are giving out correct answers, all the students will have different answers, right? And there's no human involvement, means there is no human who will sit and check if you are giving out the right answers or not. So computer or PT cannot fix an answer. Let's say 1,000 students are attempting this image. All of them, they will have different answers, but there is one thing which all of them they'll have in common are the keywords from the image. For example, they all will use words like economy, infographic, income, growth, 60%, 90%, production, and this. So for your content, computer or Pearson is not going to look for the accuracy of your content because there's no fixed answer. According to you, you might have a different viewpoint of this image. I may have a different viewpoint of this image, right? So there's no fixed answer. To get full points in your content, you have to just make sure you have 5 to 6 keywords from the image. What are 5 to 6? What are keywords? Keywords are important words from the image, like economy, income, growth, infographic, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, 95, all these things, right? So you have to focus on this thing that you select 5 to 6 important keywords or keywords from the image to get full points in your content. Content means the accuracy of the content is not important. There's no right or wrong answer. Computer is evaluating you. Computer is only going to look for your keywords. Just make sure you have 5 to 6 keywords. Remember, do not stop. Speak anywhere around 20-25 seconds, a maximum of 30 seconds. Use the template. I've got a template for you which is working. You can use it exactly as it is in all the image types and you will get full points. I've recently got 90 using this template. So you start with this. The image provides information about one keyword from the image. Your keywords should not be long keywords. You can just break the long keyword into short keywords. For example, you can separate economy and infographic. You can make these 2 keywords, okay? The image provides information about one keyword. The first key feature of the image is one keyword. Furthermore, important information about this and this is given. Moreover, some detail about this and this is also presented. Additionally, some facts about this and this can be seen. Also, some numbers and variations can be observed. Overall, the data about this is provided in the picture. For example, this is the image, right? So you can simply start. The image provides information about economy. The first feature of the primary feature or the key feature of the image is economy. Firstly, important information about infographic and economy is given. Moreover, some details about 60 and 95 are presented. So something like this, right? Now, it's not that you have to exactly follow the same template. You can mold it a bit. The template is just to make sure you go in a flow and you speak clearly. For example, if you find it difficult to speak image, you can simply say picture. The picture provides information about one keyword. The first key feature, if you find it difficult to speak this, you can say the primary feature of the image is this. Furthermore, important details about this and this is presented. Moreover, some highlight about this and this is also represented. So it's not that you have to exactly copy this template. You can use this as a structure and change the words which you find difficult. For example, if I have to explain this image, I'll do it this way. The image provides information about economy. The primary feature of the image is infographic. Furthermore, it can be seen that infographic and income growth are given. Moreover, some information about production and highlight is also presented. Furthermore, I can see different years which are 2016 and 17. To conclude, the image presents and sheds a lot of light on income growth. So the whole idea is that you have to use different words, fit in keywords, speak around 20-25 seconds, speak in a natural flow, speak clearly, and do not stop. Focus on these things, mold the template a bit according to whatever suits you, and you'll be fine. Make sure you speak in a flow, you speak clearly, and then you have 5 to 6 keywords in your answer, and you'll be fine. Task 4 of your speaking, responding to a situation. Easy task. This is a new task introduced in PTE Core. What happens over here? You'll get an audio demonstrating a situation. The audio will go on around 20 to 30 seconds. The transcript of the audio, whatever is said in the audio, will also be given on your screen like this. While the audio is going on, you may take down notes. After the audio, you'll have 20 seconds to prepare, and then you'll be given 40 seconds to give your answer. This task also gives only points in speaking. You'll have 2 to 4 of these in your test, and this is assessed on 3 parameters. 5 points for fluency, 5 for pronunciation, and 3 for appropriacy. Remember this thing. All right. Now, what happens over here? The audio will go on. Audio will be exactly same as you have this text on your screen. And then after the audio, you'll have 20 seconds to prepare and then 40 seconds to give your response. What you have to do over here, as I've told you, you get 5 points for fluency, 5 for pronunciation, and 3 for appropriacy. First of all, understand the marking criteria, and then I'll tell you which template you have to use, which I used in the test and got 90. Fluency is your flow, pronunciation is your clarity. What is appropriacy? Appropriacy is another term or word for your content and keywords. Now, see, you have been given a situation, right? Situation can be any situation. Let's say you were planning to go on your friend's birthday party, but an emergency came up. Now you cannot make it. Please tell him the situation or something like that. So for every situation, there's no fixed answer, right? You might have a different response. I will have a different response. There's no fixed answer. What computer is going to look for are the keywords. Let's say 3 students or 10 students or 100 students are answering the same question. No 2 students will have exactly same answer, but what they'll have in common, keywords from the situation. So you have to make sure in order to get full points in appropriacy, you have to have around 6 keywords from the situation. Keywords are group project, classmates, deadline, team members, assignment, team meeting, teammate, professionalism, teamwork. So these are keywords. What's the right way of approaching it? Speak in a flow, speak clearly, and speak around 6 to 7 keywords at least from the situation you have been presented. You do not need to focus on meaning, you just have to focus on keywords. Do not stop, speak around 25 seconds, and do not use long keywords, just use single word keywords. If you have less keywords, you can repeat the same keywords. Use the template. You have to use the template, it works. Don't worry about grammar, don't worry about repetition, don't worry about vocabulary in PT speaking. Grammar is not checked or marked in PT speaking. You are not awarded any extra points for using fancy words like in IELTS. So use simple and easy words, and you can repeat the same words again and again, no issues. So this is the template. You start. I understand that we are going to talk about 2 keywords. First of all, I would like to say that keyword 3 and 4 are important. In addition to this, we should also take care of keyword 5 and keyword 6. If it is possible, please inform all the concerned members about keyword 7 and 8. Also, next time we will discuss about keyword 9 and 10. This would be of great help. Now, let's say if this is the situation that you saw a sign in the apartment building that a neighbor Fred is selling his car. The car is perfect for you. You call Fred about seeing the car in person, but he doesn't answer. Leave a message. This is a response. I understand that we are going to talk about apartment and neighbor. First of all, I would like to say Fred and car are important. In addition to this, we should also take care of Fred and car. If it is possible, please inform all the concerned members about answer and message. Next time, we will discuss about building and sign. This would be of great help. If you feel this is a bit short, you can add 2 sentences here. Moreover, next time when we catch up, we'll also talk about car and apartment. However, it is important to discuss about apartment and building in a next meeting. This all would be of great help. Now, you'll be thinking that this is not making any sense. Is this guy crazy? What is he even teaching, right? What is he talking about? This is not making any sense. How is this the right answer? I've told you in the beginning, PT is not about the accuracy of the content. It is just about satisfying the marking criteria. Marking criteria is 5 points for fluency, 5 for pronunciation, 3 for appropriacy. There is no fixed answer. Computer will not have a fixed answer for this situation because this is kind of situation based, right? Every student who goes for the test will have a different response, different answer to this. Once you submit your answer, very first thing, fluency. For fluency, if you're speaking in a flow or not. Second, pronunciation. For pronunciation, if you're speaking clearly or not. Third, appropriacy. Appropriacy, they're not going to check for how accurate your answer is. Computer is not that smart. There is no fixed answer. How will they judge appropriacy? Based on the keywords. If you have 6 keywords from the situation you have been presented, you speak clearly and in a flow, you will get full points. If you do so, 100% you're going to get the scores. Don't stress. All our students are doing this. I have tried this in the test. I've got 90 in all the modules. Here is my scorecard as well. Right. So you don't have to stress about anything. Just follow this. Everything will be sorted. To see if this is working for you, you can just go on languageacademy.com.au, register, log in, just go to PT Core, practice, respond to situation, see your scores, and then you will have suggestions from AI that what points are you missing out on and what you should do to improve. Last question type of your speaking module, answer short questions. What happens over here? This is not an important question. You will have 5 to 6 one-word or general knowledge-based questions. You'll get an audio after the audio stops. You'll have to speak after a few seconds. You will have to give your answer in few words. This task gives you a few points in speaking and listening, not many, it's not heavily marked, so you don't have to stress about it. If you do the right answer, if you get the right answer, you get 1 point. If incorrect answer, you get 0 for it. All right, this is how your screen is going to look like. This is the audio bar. This is the recording bar. Once the question stops, your audio will start, and then you have to give your response. You don't have to give a long statement response. Just 1 to 3 words are fine. There is a trick for this as well. I have tried this in my test. Whenever I go for the test, right, we get 6, 7, 8 answer short questions, and sometimes you'll not know, 2, 3, or 4 questions or answers. In that case, don't stop, don't keep quiet, or don't say I don't know. Just use the trick, repeat few keywords from the question. Sometimes computer will mark you for that. There will be 3 type of questions, right? And 3 question types. One is where you will be just given a question and you'll be asked to give the answer. For example, which is the fastest car on the planet? You don't know the answer, just say fastest car on the planet. Sometimes computer will pick up the keywords and give you points. Trust me, this works. Sometimes you will have options within the question, right? Which is the fastest car on the earth? Ferrari or Lamborghini? You don't know the answer, just say Ferrari, Lamborghini, fastest car on the earth. So if you don't know the answer, you repeat all the options and the keywords in the question and you'll be fine. To practice, just cover the predictions available on Language Academy's website. A week before your test. Don't practice this on daily basis. This is not important. Even if you go wrong, do not keep quiet and repeat few keywords from the question. You will be fine. These are the type of questions you'll have. What is the first paragraph of an essay? Introduction. If you don't know the answer, just say first paragraph of an essay. What are the mountains that can erupt? Volcanoes. You don't know the answer, just say mountains erupt, something like that. So you don't stop, speak clearly, confidently, will be fine. For speaking, first 4 question types are important. Read aloud, repeat sentence, extremely important. Describe image, respond to situation, moderate importance. Answer short questions, not important, don't stress. Once you're done with this, your speaking module will finish and you will jump onto the writing module. Remember this thing, after your speaking, you'll have your writing module. In writing, there are 2 different question types. The very first question is summarize written text. What happens over here? You will get a text on your screen. The text can be up to 200 words long. You will have to read and summarize the passage. This is what the question says in 10 minutes. You'll have to write the summary between 25 to 50 words. This task will give you points in reading and writing. You'll have 1 to 2 summarized written text in your test, assessed or marked on 4 parameters. You get 2 points for your content, 1 for form, 2 points for grammar and spelling, and 2 for vocabulary. Before we start, let me tell you how this is marked, right? As I've told you in speaking as well, everything is computer evaluated. There's no fixed answer. Let's say this summary is given to 100 students, and all students, let's say they're scholars, they are writing a perfect answer. No two students will have a same answer, right? But what they all will have in common are the words from the image. So you get 2 points for content. To get 2 points out of 2 in content, you need to make sure you have at least 5 to 7 keywords from the passage. Next, to get 1 point in form, you have to make sure you write the answer between 25 to 50 words. If you write less than 25 words, more than 50 words, you're going to get 0 in form. And 0 in form means no further marking, and this will be 0 as well. Once you have 5 to 6 keywords, you write between 25 to 50 words. You have to move to your grammar and spellings. Computer is going to look for your grammar and spelling mistakes. If there are no mistakes, you get 2 on 2. If there is one mistake, you get 1 by 2. If there are more than one mistakes, you get 0 by 2. You get 2 points for vocabulary. You get 2 by 2 if you use academic words. You don't use any kind of slang language. You don't have to worry much about vocabulary. I'm going to give you a trick. You have to follow it exactly the same way I'm telling you, and you'll be fine. Generally, you need to write 2 to 3 sentences. Anywhere between 2 to 3 sentences. You have to write between 25 to 50 words. You're not expected to cover everything, just the main idea. Satisfy the marking criteria. And yes, you can use the same words, phrases, or sentences from the passage. Now, what's the marking criteria? 2 points for content. For this, you have to have 6 to 7 keywords from the passage in your answer. What are keywords? Keywords are important words. Any proper noun. What are proper nouns? Name of a person, place, organization. Basically, words starting with the capital alphabet are proper nouns. Then words which are repeated again and again. Words which are related with the main topic. Important words. Nouns are basically keywords. So you have to have 5 to 6 keywords from the passage in your answer. Then you get 1 point for form. You need to make sure your answer is between 25 to 50 words. You make sure there are no grammar and spelling mistakes. Vocabulary, just follow what I'm saying. There's a shortcut, a trick, which you have to follow, which I used and which all my students are using in order to get 19 writing and 19 reading as well. This works, so you don't stress about it. What is the method? You have to select 2 to 3 important sentences from the passage. 2 to 3 important sentences means sentences which have got important keywords from the passage, and then follow the structure. Write first sentence exactly, put a full stop, furthermore, comma, second sentence, full stop. Now, let's say if you have written 2 sentences and you are already on 43 words, for example, then you just finish off your answer over here. But let's say if you are here and you have written 30 words, means you can write one more sentence, then write the third sentence, because you cannot exceed 50 words, right? So first sentence, full stop, furthermore, comma, second sentence, full stop, also, comma, third sentence. Now, I've given a sample answer for this particular passage. Most of the times, first sentence will be important. Why? Because it will introduce the main topic and will have important keywords. I've written first sentence, full stop, then furthermore, a diverse portfolio can cushion losses in one area with gains in another, providing stability. Till here, I still had the word limit. Also, comma, patience and discipline are key to achieving long-term financial success. Now, let's say I've submitted this to the system, to the computer. First of all, computer is going to mark your content. You get 2 points for content if you have 6 to 7 keywords. 1 keyword, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've easily got 6 to 7 keywords, right? For form, I've written 2 to 3 sentences and I'm within 25 to 50 words. Then there are no grammar and spelling mistakes because I've simply copied the sentences. Make sure furthermore F is capital. This you do not capitalize because we are not starting a new sentence here. We are starting a new sentence here. Also A is capital. This is not capitalized until this is a proper noun. Proper noun is name of a person, place, or organization, right? Then after that, your vocabulary. For vocabulary, you have to just make sure you use academic words. Basically, you don't have to use slang language or informal words. which is not a concern because we don't have anything written by ourselves. We have just copied from the passage itself, and this should be fine as well. If you do this 100%, you're going to get full points in reading and writing, and this task will be super duper. Now, remember, you have to work smartly. You'll be thinking that this guy is telling everything so easy. Is this even gonna work? This is going to work. You don't stress about it, but you have to make sure you play it smart, not the hard way. Follow the tricks, strategies which I have spent time and money on developing. I don't really want you to waste your time and money on learning something which is difficult. Go the smart way and success will be yours. I've been doing summarized written text in PT Academic for 6 years this way only. Similar way. The requirements of the question are a bit different over there, but it's pretty similar, right? So this was your summarized written text, 1 to 2 summarized written text in your test. Important but easy question. Second question of your writing module, writing an email. What happens over here? You'll get an email topic. Along with the topic, you'll be presented 3 key points or key features which the question requires you to cover in your answer. You'll have 10 minutes for one summarized written text. There'll be no rollover time. Remember, this thing means, let's say if you finish your answer in 7 minutes, you won't get extra 3 minutes in the next one. So it's important, out of the 10 minutes, you spend 1 to 2 minutes on selecting the sentences, then 6 minutes on writing your answer, and then 2 minutes to revise or proofread your answer. Proofreading is very important. Similarly, you get 9 minutes for writing an email. There's no rollover time. Means if you finish your answer in 7 minutes, you won't have extra 2 minutes in the next question. So it's better you use complete 9 minutes. First minute, you can just go through the question. Next 6 to 7 minutes type, and then 1 to 2 minutes at the end, you have to proofread. You have to write a minimum of 50 words, but no more than 120 words. This task will only give you points in writing, and you'll have 2 to 3 emails in your test. This task is marked on 7 factors or parameters. 3 points for content. To get 3 points out of 3, you have to make sure you address all the 3 themes. What are 3 themes? Like this, 3 bullet points in your question type or in your question, and the main keywords in the question. Email conventions are your greetings. To get 2 points out of 2, make sure you have an opening greeting. For example, dear or hello or respected, or an opening greeting, and at the end closing greeting as well. Yours sincerely, regards, best wishes, something like that. 2 points out of 2 in form. You need to make sure you write between 50 to 120 words. Please do not exceed the word limit, or write less than 50 words. Otherwise, if you get 0 in form, this is going to significantly impact your score. 0 in form means no further marking. You'll get 0 in all the parameters. 2 points for organization. For this, you need to make sure you have 3 to 4 paragraphs. I'm going to give you a template for this. You make sure you follow that. I used the same template, got 19 writing. And recently a student took the test, he got 88 in writing, I guess. He used the same template as well. 2 points in vocabulary. For this, you have to use formal words, no informal or slang language. 2 points in grammar. If there are no grammar mistakes, you get 2 by 2. If there's 1 grammar mistake, 1 by 2. If there are more than 1 grammar mistake, 0. 2 points in spellings. You need to make sure you only write words you are sure. If there's any word you're not sure, don't write it, and use simple language. Don't try to sound very smart. Use easy and simple language. 2 points for spelling. If there are no spelling mistakes, 2 by 2. If there's 1 spelling mistake, 1 by 2. More than 1 spelling mistake, 0. So this is a sample question type. You are a member of a local theatre group aiming to increase attendance at your upcoming production. Write an email to Ms. 𝗵𝗱𝗲, the marketing director of the theatre, proposing 3 strategies to boost ticket sales. Theatre open house event, collaboration with local influencers, and student discount nights. So now you have to write an answer. I'll show you how you have to write an answer. First of all, there are a few things you need to take care of in email. Write between 50 to 120 words, ideally around 100 words. Out of 9 minutes, 30 seconds to read the question, 6 minutes to write, 2 to 2.5 minutes to proofread. Do not focus too much on ideas. You don't need too many ideas. You just need to satisfy the marking criteria using the template, playing smart, and that's what your job is. Easy, simple. Dear, this is the email format, email template which you have to use. Doesn't matter which email type you get. Most probably you'll get semi-formal or informal emails, not very formal, but you can use this particular template or structure in every email. Dear, name of the person, whatever the name of the person is. If you're writing name, you have to start with a capital alphabet and then put a full stop. If no name is given, you can write sir, ma'am, team, friend, or colleague, depending on the email. I'm writing this email to discuss about the statement that over here, main topic of the email, which is given in the statement. Firstly, comma, we should take into account the importance of first point or first bullet point. You have to write exactly as it is over here, which will contribute to the overall efficiency and well-being of the operations. Also, if we consider the likelihood of second point over here, second theme, it is expected to take a threefold effect due to several reasons, including keyword 1 and keyword 2 and 3. What are keywords? Important words from the email prompt. I'll show you in a while how. Furthermore, theme 3 or point 3 should not be neglected, as it can increase the chances of success, effectiveness, quality of life, and a positive environment. I hope to hear from you soon. Kind regards. R will not be capitalized. A comma over here. Name of the sender, if any name is given in the email topic. If no, you can write your name with capital initials. Means if I'm writing Varun Dhawan, B capital and D capital. A sample answer. First of all, let's have a look at the question, right? The local educational authority wants to encourage more adults in your town to learn a foreign language. You are a student at a local language school and you would like to make suggestions to the local educational authority. Write an email to Mr. Harrison, a member of the local educational authority, giving 3 suggestions to make foreign language more popular with adults. Ideas must come from 3 themes. You'll have 3 themes always. A language festival using local celebrities, evening course. So this is the question, right? Always make sure try to include as many keywords or all the keywords. If not all, try to maximize the number of keywords from the email question in your answer. What are the keywords? Local education authority, adults, foreign language, local language school, educational authority, foreign language, adults, right? Dear Mr. Harrison, we have taken the name here, H capital, and then comma over here. I'm writing this email to discuss about the statement that main topic here. What's the main topic? That the local educational authority wants to encourage more adults in your town to learn a foreign language. You can write in my town as well, or your is fine. You don't have to change much. Don't stress, even if it is not making 100% sense, as long as it has got keywords. It is grammatically correct. It is within the word limit. There are no spelling mistakes. You'll be fine, right? We have taken it from here till here. Firstly, we should take into account the importance of a language festival. First theme over here, which will contribute to the overall efficiency and well-being of the operations. Also, if we consider the likelihood of second theme using local celebrities, it is expected to take a threefold effect due to several reasons, including 3 keywords. 1 keyword is student, local language schools, and popular with adults. 3 keywords over here. Then third paragraph, furthermore, evening courses, third theme, should not be neglected as it can increase the chances of success, effectiveness, quality of life, and a positive environment. I hope to hear from you soon. Kind regards, Varun. Now, we have included all the 3 themes over here, and majority of the keywords from the passage, we are getting 3 points in content. Our answer is between 120 words, between 50 to 120 words, 2 points in form. We have got an opening greeting and a closing salutation or greeting, 2 points over here. Then spellings are correct, grammar is correct. We have got 3 to 4 paragraph, organization is correct, and vocabulary is fine. We'll be getting full points. So basically your job is to satisfy the marking criteria. Select an email statement, add that over here. Let's say if you have been just given one statement over here and 3 themes. In that case, you can include the keywords from this particular sentence itself. And then last theme, and you just close your email. That's all you have to do. Don't put any full stop or anything over here. And that's it. This is another answer. Your friend is planning a surprise birthday party, this and this, date and time. In this, I've written that I'm planning a surprise birthday party for a friend, date and time of the party here. And then venue here, 3 keywords, birthday party, surprise, and friend, special activities and surprises over here, and that's it. If you want to make it more relevant, or if you have less keywords over here, you can write importance of date and time of the party, which will be Wednesday 7:30 p.m., comma, which will contribute to the, if there are very few keywords in the email topic, you can add 3-4 words or 2-3 words with the themes in your answer just to make it more relevant to the question that is being asked, and you'll be fine. This is something which you can do additionally on top of the template or the structure I provided. Otherwise, you can stick with the template if you don't find it comfortable. And that is it. You will be done with your writing module as well. And you will move to the third module, which is reading. All right, once you are done with your writing module, which has got two different task types, summarize, written text, and email, you'll move on to the third section or third module of your test, reading, right? Reading is an important module, and this is one module which will require a lot of practice because there are no shortcuts, no templates, no hacks over here. In speaking, I've given you hacks. In writing, I've given you hacks, but reading is something which will require a lot of practice. In reading, you'll have 13 to 18 questions in total. There are 5 different question types. Total time will be 27 to 38 minutes, depending on the number of questions. And there's overall time, no question-wise time. So you have to manage your time yourself. You can even spend 1 minute on one question, 5 minutes on one question, up to you. You have to manage your time. Once the time is over, whole module will be submitted itself. First question will be reading and writing blanks, which you'll get 5 to 6. These are also called drop and down blanks. After that, you'll get MCQ multiple answers, basically. This is written incorrectly. You'll get 1 to 2 MCQ multiple answers, then 2 to 3 reorder paragraphs, then 1 to 2 MCQ single answers, and at the end, you'll have reading blanks, 4 to 5 drag and drop blanks. These are called reading blanks, or these are also called drag and drop blanks. First question type is PT reading and writing blanks, which will require a lot of practice, a lot of attention to detail and understanding. You will have a passage on your screen with 4 to 5 blanks, each blank with 4 options. This task will contribute both in reading and writing module. And for this, you need to focus on the context, meaning of the passage. You have to focus on grammatical rules, and you have to eliminate the options as well. Remember this thing. This is what your screen is going to look like. 1 blank, 2 blanks, 3 blank. For each blank, you'll have 4 options. You have to read the passage, especially focus on the words before and after the blank, and select the option which is correct according to grammar and according to the meaning of the passage. There are a few grammar rules which will be helpful in reading blanks and reading writing blanks, means drag and drop blanks and drop down blanks. Please pay attention and note this down. First rule is, if you get any blank after an article, what are article? A and the. If there is any blank after a and the, it will always be a noun. What is a noun? Noun are basically words which are used to represent people, place, anything, any person, right? For example, Jared had a dash friend. Remember this thing, any blank after a and the will be a noun. If there is any blank between article and noun, for example, a dash friend, this blank will be an adjective. Adjective are words which give you more information about noun. A dash friend, a good friend, a bad friend, a naughty friend, something like that, right? So if there is any blank between article and noun, it will always be an adjective. Adjective is any word which gives you more information about noun. If there is any blank after a possessive pronoun are words like his, their, her, our, mine, your, etc. This will always be a noun. Any word or any blank after a possessive pronoun will always be a noun. We will use his dash tomorrow. His is possessive pronoun, dash is a noun which is a car. If there is a blank between a possessive pronoun and a noun, his dash car, it will always be an adjective which will give you more information about noun. She admired your dash performance, stellar performance. Stellar means amazing. Adjective. His dash car. His is possessive pronoun. Car is a noun. Here we'll use an adjective. His red car, blue car, long car, new car, something like that, which will give you more information about noun, adjective. If there is a blank after helping verb, what are helping verb? Words like is, am, are, was, were. It will either be third form or ing form of the verb. John is playing in the ground. John is playing football. After is ing form in active voice. Okay, active voice and passive voice, remember this thing. Active voice is a sentence in which subject means person comes first and object comes at the end. Passive voice is when object comes in the beginning and the subject comes in the end. Or for example, John is playing game. Game is played by John. John at the end is passive voice. John is playing game. John comes first, active voice. Game is played by John. John comes at the end, means subject or the person comes at the end, that's passive voice. So in active voice, after helping verb ing form. In passive voice, after is, am, are, was, were, helping verbs, ed form or past form. Remember this thing. If there is any blank, please note these rules down. If there is any blank after the words be or been, it will either be third form or ing form, again depending on active and passive voice. They have been trying to solve the problem. The project will be completed, ing form or ed form. If there's any blank after the word to, it will always be first form of verb. I'm here to acquire knowledge. I'm here to play cricket. I'm here to represent my client. He'll never say I'm here to representing my client. Remember this thing. So these 7 rules you need to get straight into your head and solve these, use these while you practice reading and writing blanks and even reading blanks. Things to take care in reading and writing blanks: do not spend more than 2 minutes per passage. First thing, understand the meaning of the passage, then use the rules to eliminate the options and select the option which is left. Let's say there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blanks. You're not sure about the first blank, you're not sure about the third blank. Fill the second one first, fill the fourth one first. It's not that you have to fill the first one first. If you're not sure about this, come on to the second one. Not sure about third one, fill the fourth and fifth one first. Why? If you fill the wrong one first, if you fill the wrong answer in the first one, you'll have a different contextual knowledge, which will hamper you or stop you from selecting the right option over here as well. So it is important that you select the blanks or fill the blanks you are sure about first, and then you move on to the remaining ones. Do not leave anything unattempted. There is no negative marking, and this task contributes both in reading and writing. You get 1 point for each correct blank. So out of this particular passage, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points in reading, 5 points in writing, and you'll have 5 to 6 passages. So this task is going to give you around 20-25 points in reading and 20-25 points in writing. You need to make sure you practice 20 every day. How you have to solve it, I'm explaining again. Read the passage, understand the context properly, then come on to the first blank, read the sentence before and after, look for the option, use grammatical rules and eliminate the options. If you're still confused, leave it, come on to the second one, fill the ones you're sure and come back to the ones which are left. But you have to do everything fast. You have to finish everything in 2.5 minutes. So this was your reading and writing blanks. The more you practice, the better you'll be able to perform. Next question in your reading module is MCQ multiple answers. Not an important question. Don't stress much about it. Don't practice this one a lot. What happens over here? You get a passage on your screen. Along with the passage, you'll have a question and 5, 6, or 7 options. You have to read the question, see what question is being asked, find the information in the passage, and then select the right option or right answer. More than one option is correct, but there's negative marking over here. You get 1 point for correct answer, -1 for incorrect answer, and 0 is the minimum. For example, you selected 2 options, both are incorrect. You won't get -2, you'll only get 0. So that is why you do not have to leave anything unattempted. Even if you're not sure, still you have to select one option. You can just select C, that is more likely to be the right option, but do not leave anything unattempted. This only contributes in reading. Do not spend more than 1 minute per passage. First thing, you have to read the question, highlight the keywords. Keywords is countries, drive on the left. Now we have to find answer to the question that which are the countries which drive on the left, right? Then read the passage, find the right answer, select the options and move on. It's better you select only one option. Why? Because it's easier to find one option. It will save you time. If you select 2 options, one is right, one is incorrect, you still end up getting 0 and wasting a lot of time. Just if it's easy, select both the options which you're sure, otherwise select one option and move on. Read the question, highlight the keywords, locate the information in the passage, compare and select the right answer. There's negative marking, so be careful. This question is not important. Even if you go wrong over here, you can still get your desired scores. So I don't really want you to practice much for this. Right. Next question type is your reorder paragraph. Task 3 of your reading, reorder paragraph. Slightly challenging, tricky, confusing question type. In here, you'll have 3, 4, 5, or 6 sentences on your screen. You have to read all the sentences. These are jumbled up in incorrect order. You have to drag them in the correct option or correct order in the target box. You will have 4 to 6 sentences of a paragraph which are in incorrect or jumbled order. You will need to read the sentences, then understand the context and arrange them in the correct sequence. Just follow the rules which I'm going to tell you and success will be yours. Rules very important to note. First of all, let's have a look at the marking criteria. You get 1 point for each correct pair. What is a correct pair? For example, your question is in this form BDAC and your correct answer is ABCDE. You won't get 1 point for A, 1 point for B, 1 point for C. You get points in pairs, means 1 point for AB, 1 for BC, 1 for CD, and 1 for DE. The maximum points are 4. For example, your answer is CADBE. There is no pair, you get 0 point. If your answer is ABDCE, you just get points for AB because BD is not a pair, DC is not a pair. CD is a pair, but DC is not a pair. EC or CE is not a pair, you get only 1 point. Similarly, if you have got ABECD, you get 1 point for this, 1 point for this, 2 points in total. And minimum score is 0. You only get points in reading. No negative marking, so never leave this task unattempted. Remember this thing. What are the tips and strategies? Strategy 1. First thing, there are 2 strategies which I'm going to discuss in this particular video. Strategy 1 is first step is you have to find an independent sentence. What is an independent sentence? A sentence which introduces the topic, means which introduces the main idea of the paragraph, which can stand out by itself and is not dependent on any other sentence for any kind of information, means that sentence is a complete sentence in itself. How do you identify an independent sentence? This sentence will normally give you a general idea or will introduce the topic. Mostly it will introduce a person's name, any place, any technical term, any book, any research. So it will introduce something new. It will not be dependent on any other sentence for information. For example, if I say he's a good boy, that is not an independent sentence because we don't know who he is. But if I say Tom is a good boy, that is a complete sentence because we know what we are talking about and the information is complete. So as long as the information is complete, that is an independent sentence. Few other things. Pronoun rule, it will never refer back to any previous sentence or previous text box in the passage, means you have 4 to 5 sentences in the passage or the paragraph. For example, it will not have words like he, she, them, those, it, they. It will not start with words like firstly, secondly, however, therefore, as well as with connectors. There's one very important rule, acronym rule. You have to follow this. Remember this acronym rule means full form will always come first and then short form will follow. For example, if you have got 2 sentences, one sentence says United Nations and the other one says UN. So sentence with full form will always come first and this will come afterwards. It's not necessary that this will come straight away after this. This can be the first sentence and this can be the third sentence, but this will always be before and this will always be after. Similarly, Dr. Michael Clark will be before Dr. Clark. So if there is any acronym or short form along with the complete term, sentence with complete term will always come before the sentence containing the short form. There's one golden rule. If you still cannot find out the independent sentence, take all the sentences and see if you can use that sentence to start a conversation with a stranger. Stranger, a person who has no background knowledge of what you're talking about. If you can use that particular sentence to start a conversation with a person who has no knowledge of what you're talking about, that is an independent sentence. Why? Because in that case, the sentence which you will be presenting will have complete information, and a sentence with the complete information which does not refers back to any other sentence is an independent sentence. Rule of article, note this rule down. There are 2 to 3 type of articles, right? Definite and indefinite articles. Indefinite articles a and and. Definite article is the, means something, the is used to represent something in particular. Sentences with indefinite articles a and will always come before the sentences with definite articles such as the, given that they're used for the same person or same noun. Aaron bought a baseball bat. The baseball bat is green in color. In simple words, if there are 2 sentences, One sentence is using article A with the noun, and the second sentence is using article the with the same noun. The sentence with article A or an will come first, and this will come afterwards. It's not mandatory that they both will come one after the other, but this has to come before, and this can go anywhere after this particular sentence. Another things which you should take care of, time periods and dates. You can use, sometimes you'll have years like 1991, 94, 97. You can use time periods and dates to get some idea of the sequence of different events, but you should not blindly rely on time periods and dates, because sometimes the passage might talk about this happened in 1991, after this in 1997 this happened, and then in 2020 this happened. So it can go from past to present, right? It can come from past to present, but sometimes it might also go from present to past. So don't just say the date before will come before and the latest date will come at the last. It's not that way. Yes, you can use dates, years to get some idea of what the passage is talking about, but you don't have to blindly rely on dates and time periods. Examples, any kind of examples will always come after the explanation. So first explanation and then examples. These are few of the rules which you should note down and which will definitely help you solve reorder paragraphs. So strategy one, first sentence, you have to find out the independent sentence or the first sentence. Then once you figure out the first sentence, you have to find the following sentences. There is a rule in English that the sentences are always formed this way: subject, verb, and object. Subject means the person, verb means the activity which is performed, and object means the thing on which the activity is performed. For example, Rohan is reading a book. Rohan is subject, reading is verb, and book is the object. This is the rule, but it will not straight away apply in it. It won't be this easy. The rule in English is the object in the first sentence will become the subject in the second sentence. So according to this rule means whatever is in the end of this particular sentence, the object in this sentence will become the subject in the next sentence. All right, subject is the person, as I've told you, verb is the work which is being done, and object is on what the work is being done. So rule is the object in the first sentence will become the subject in the second. It's not that the last word of the first sentence will exactly be the first word of the second sentence. But remember this thing, in short, the next sentence will always give you more information about the previous sentence. For example, the first sentence talk about Rohan is playing PlayStation. So the next sentence will give you more information about what he is playing on PlayStation. So the next sentence will give you more information about what has been discussed in the previous sentence. For example, these are 4 sentences and I've arranged these in the right order. The woman built a strong wall. It is singular, wall is singular. It was built a year ago with help of 3 workers. 3 workers, plural, all of them. Them, 3 workers. Had years of experience. Had means past tense. They all are still working on a project. So wall over here became it. 3 workers became all. Had is past and still working is present. So this is a simple example. Once you practice, you might have difficult examples or difficult questions as well, but the logic will be same. So this is how you have to do it. This is strategy 1. Strategy 2 is, in case you're still not able to figure out first sentence, second sentence, third sentence, what you need to do in that case, don't find the first sentence. Just take one sentence here. Now you'll be left with 3 sentences. Out of these 3 sentences, see which sentence out of these 3 is giving you more information about the first. If let's say this is giving you more information about the sentence, you take it here. Now what you have done, you have made 1 pair, you have secured 1 point. And over here, you're left with 2 sentences only. Out of these 2, arrange which one will come first and which one will come after. Once you have arranged these 2, you just take this and this on the other side. You have another pair, you have secured 2 points. Now you've got 1 pair, you've got second pair, right? You've got 2 points in total. Now see, if this is journal in nature, if this is journal information, this will come before. If this is journal or basic information, this will come on the top, this way will come at the bottom, and you have sorted all your answers. So basically what you do, you take one sentence out of 4 or 5 here, see which other sentence will go with this, make 1 pair. Left over 2 to 3 sentences, make 1 more pair, bring it over here. You have secured 2 points. Now If this pair is journal, this will come onto the top. If this is journal or basic information, this will come on the top. Now the leftover sentence will either go on the top, in the middle, or at the end, because these two are already pairs. Even if you arrange the last sentence wrong, you will still get 2 points out of 4, which is better than getting nothing. And I really want you to not spend more than 2.5 minutes on one reorder paragraph. It's easy but tricky. So in case you're not able to figure out anything, just make as many pairs you can and move on. Note down all the rules and keep all the rules in mind, which I've told you while you solve your reorder paragraphs. To practice your reorder paragraphs, to practice reading blanks, you just need to go on languageacademy.com.au, register, go to PT Core, practice, see what mistakes you're making, look at the explanation, apply all the rules. Take the reading mock test. That will give you a clear idea of what mistakes you're making and what are the things you need to work on, right? PT reading, fourth task of your test is reading blanks, drag and drop. MCQ single answers will come at the end. Remember this thing. In the beginning, by mistake, I told you in the fourth position, MCQ single will be the last question of the reading module. What happens in drag and drop? You will have a passage on your screen. You will have few blanks missing, and almost 2 times, if there are 3 blanks, around 6 options will be given at the bottom of the screen. You'll have to read the passage, especially focus on few words before and after the blank, and select the right option based on the meaning. You will have a passage on your screen with 4 to 5 blanks and around 7 to 8 options at the bottom of your screen. This task will contribute only to your reading module. How you have to do and what you have to focus on. You have to focus on the context, focus on the grammar rules, and eliminate the options. Let's say this is the passage. You come here, the Open Learn free course therefore looks at the dash of organizations, specifically their objectives and structure. Dash of the, at the dash of, at the functions of, you can say, nature of organization, you can say. Based on the understanding of the context, you have to select the right option. You have to follow all these rules, which I've explained to you in reading and writing blanks. Same rules will go over here as well. You do not have to spend more than 2 minutes per passage. First thing, understand the passage, quickly skim the passage. 2 minutes out of this 20 seconds, skim the passage, use the rules and eliminate the options, and then select one option. Let's say there are 3 options over here. You're not sure about the first one, fill the second one first. Because if you fill the first one wrong, the high chances you go wrong with the second and the third one. If you're not sure about this one, leave it, come on to the second one, come on to the third one, and then jump back to the first one. Understand the context, use the rules, eliminate the options, and then select the one option which you find is correct. Fill the ones you are sure first and then the remaining. Do not leave anything unattempted, right? There's no negative marking. This only contributes towards reading. Practice 20 every day. Again, I'll explain. Come on to the first blank, look for the options. You're confused, leave it. Come on to the second one, fill this. Come on to the third one, understand the passage based on the contextual knowledge, organizational, what is organizational nature, behavior, something like that, right? So understand the context, the gist of the passage, read what is important in the passage, use the grammatical rules, eliminate the options, and you'll be fine. But do not waste more than 2.5 minutes. Remember this thing. The more you practice, the better you'll be able to perform. This might sound easy, but the more you practice, more you'll come to know. Reading grammar rules will not straight away apply into the reading blanks. You'll have to apply, practice, and then you'll be able to understand. Task 5, MCQ single answers, the last question of your reading module. Not an important question type. What happens here? Pretty similar to MCQ multiple answer. You'll have a question, you'll have 4 options and a passage. Only one option is correct over here. In multiple, more than one options are correct. 2 or 3 options are correct basically over here. Over there, in this, only one option is correct. You get 1 point for correct answer, 0 for incorrect. This only gives you points in reading. Do not spend more than 1 minute per passage. You'll have 1 or 2 questions from MCQ single answers. How you have to solve? Read the question, highlight the keywords, locate the keywords in the passage, compare and select the right answer. For example, according to the passage, which of the following is true? Now, there are no keywords over here. It's better you read. In order for adults to endorse their own learning, they must follow the steps of the learning process. Read all the options, skim all the options, and then read the passage. You will figure out that, yes, this information, for example, is given over here, and you select this and move on. But this is not an important question type, even if you go wrong over here, you will still be fine, right? Remember this thing, most of the times the correct answer will be paraphrased. It's not that the same exact sentence will be given somewhere over here. Meaning will be same, but words in the passage will be different. So you have to understand the meaning. You don't have to go behind the words, right? Now, before we move on to listening, I will again summarize reading module for you, because you might be feeling it that you don't have much tricks and shortcuts as you had in speaking and writing. Remember, reading is more about practice. There's no one fixed thing which I can give you and which will solve everything for you. For reading, you have to practice. Out of the 5 question types, reading, writing blanks, most important. Then reading blanks, drag and drop blanks, second importance in the hierarchy. Then reorder paragraphs, MCQ multiple and MCQ single, not very important. You have to practice reading blanks, reading, writing blanks 15 to 20 every day, reorders around 5 to 10. When you practice, your accuracy in reading blanks, reading, writing blanks should be 70% and reorders around 60%. You can see what accuracy you are getting once you practice on languageacademy.com.au. You can see your daily feedback and the percentage over there, or you can also see the analysis of the practice you have done. That will give you a good idea of where you stand and what you need to work on. It's more about practice. It's more about understanding the passage, using the grammatical rules. The grammar rules will not straight away apply in all the passages. The main priority will be understanding the passage, then applying the grammar rules, and then looking for the right options. If you have 5 blanks, you're not sure about first 2 blanks, come on to the third one, come on to the fourth one, come on to the last one. Fill it, according to what you find it right, not according to first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and you'll be 100% fine. Reading is more about practice, not about shortcuts, more about understanding, and the more you practice, the better you'll be able to perform. Now we'll move on to the last module of the test. All right, we are on to the last module of the test, listening, an easy module and an important module. There are 7 different question types over here, out of which 4 are important, 3 are not important at all. Along with these 7 question types, from speaking, repeat sentences and answer short questions will give you points in listening. So altogether, there are 9 questions which will give you points in listening, 2 from speaking and rest 7 from listening itself. Very first question of your listening module is summarize spoken text. This is an extremely important question type, so please pay attention. What happens over here, you'll get an audio lecture. It can be an interview, conversation between a group of people, or a lecture or a video as well sometimes on any topic. This will go around 40 to 90 seconds. While the audio is going on, you have to take notes. When I say take notes, you have to write important keywords or words from the lecture. Once the lecture stops, you need to write down a short summary of the lecture between 20 to 30 words only. You have 8 minutes for this task, including the audio time. So let's say the audio is 60 seconds long. So you basically only have 7 minutes, right? So for the first minute, when the audio is going on, you cannot type anything because you'll be taking notes. You will get 1 or 2 summarized spoken text in your test, and this gives you points in listening and writing both. This is how your screen looks like. This is a screenshot from languageacademy.com.au. You can go and practice over there as well. You will not have skip button or these buttons in your test. This is just to, make your practice easier and convenient. This is your question heading. This is where you type your answer. This is your word counter, and then this is your timer as well. Sometimes timer is also at the bottom. Remember this thing. Now, one summarized spoken text is 10 points. Remember this thing. And you get 8 minutes for summarized spoken text. These 8 minutes are as no rollover time. Means, let's say if you finish one summary in 6 minutes, you won't get extra 2 minutes in the next summary. So it's better you use complete 8 minutes. You get 2 points for content, 2 for form, 2 for grammar, 2 for spelling, and 2 for vocabulary. For summarized spoken text, you get points both in listening and writing. To get 2 points out of 2, now it's pretty similar to writing and speaking. For summarized spoken text as well, let's say one lecture is given to a lot of different students. No 2 students will have the same answer. All the students will have different answer. But all the students will have keywords or important words from the lecture. So there's no fixed answer in the system, but what is fixed are the keywords from the lecture. To get 2 points out of 2 in your content, you have to make sure you at least have 5 to 7 keywords from the lecture. What are keywords? Keywords are important words from the lecture. Words which are being repeated again and again, right? Words which are related with the topic, any kind of nouns are important. So around 5 to 7 keywords or important words from the lecture will give you full points in content. Next 2 points are for your form. Simple, to get 2 points out of 2, you have to write between 20 to 30 words. If you write 5 to 19 words or 31 to 40 words, you get 1/2. If you write less than 5, more than 40, you get 0 in form. And if you get 0 in form, means 0 in remaining modules or parameters as well. So if you get 0 here, everything else is 0. It is very important you write 20 to 30 words. The first word of the sentence should be capitalized, and then you have to use full stops properly. You get 2 points for grammar if there are no grammar errors, 1 point if there are minor grammar errors, more than one major grammar error, 0. To avoid grammar errors, you have to frame simple sentences. Don't write complex compound sentences. Keep it simple. I'm giving you a structure. Follow that. 2 points for spelling. No spelling mistakes, 2 points. One mistake, 1 point. More than 1, 0. Any word you're not sure, don't write it. You get 2 points for vocabulary. For this, you have to avoid short forms, contractions, and slang language. While you take notes, make sure your pen and notepad are ready before the lecture starts. You'll have few seconds. Write down 6, 7 important keywords or group of words. Focus more on name, topic, dates, place, and everything. Write down short forms wherever possible so that you can write more. If you skip something, don't focus on it. Don't worry about your spellings and don't worry about your articles. And try to take the notes clearly and neatly so that it's very, very easy for you when you are trying to write the answer. A lot of time what happens, students take a lot of notes and then after that they are not even able to see what they've written. This is a template which I used to get 90 in all the modules, and I want you to do as well. The lecture focused on 3 keywords, 1 keyword, comma, 2 keyword, comma, and 3 keyword. Furthermore, keyword 4, keyword 5, comma, and keyword 6 were highlighted with importance. Overall, keyword 7, comma, 8, comma, and 9 should be considered. As simple as that. You don't really need to use very fancy templates over here because you have to write between 20 to 30 words. The lecture focused on school holidays, children, and parents. Your keywords should not be very long, 1 or 2 words. Furthermore, summer break, games, and vacations were highlighted with importance. Overall, family time, relaxation, and activities should be considered around 28 words. Do not write long phrases. Your keywords should be only 1 to 2 words. I'll repeat again while the lecture is going on. Take notes. Then use this particular format, write your answer. Let's say you only have 6 keywords, write 6 keywords here and then repeat the main 3 keywords again. Any 3 keywords which you think are important. Let's say you've got 20 keywords, you only know the spelling for 7 keywords, only write words you're sure. And if you're lacking or if you have less keywords, you can repeat the same, but do not write any word you're not sure. Less keywords, repeat the same, only easy words, spellings which you're 100% sure. Any word you're not sure, don't write it. Do not write long keywords, only 1 to 2 words per keyword. This is what you have to do in summarized spoken text. You'll get 1 or 2 summarized spoken text. Make sure you satisfy the marking criteria, 5 to 6 keywords, between 20 to 30 words, simple sentences, no spelling mistake, any word you're not sure, don't write it, and easy words. That's all you have to do and you'll be 100% fine. You get 8 minutes. First 1 minute will be audio, next 5 to 6 minutes you type your answer. Last 1 minute, please revise, proofread your answer for spelling mistakes. Very, very important. Now, remember this thing, this one important thing to note over here. Once you start your listening module, right, you get 1 to 2 summarized spoken text with 8 minutes each. After that, your part 2 of the listening starts, where you get an overall time of 14 to 21 minutes. You have around 11 questions, somewhere around 11 questions, right? And you have to manage your time by yourself. MCQ multiple answers, MCQ single answers, and select missing words are not important. Fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. These are very important, along with summarized spoken text. You have to manage your time very carefully over here, because the last question is the most important question of the test. And if you're not able to perform well over here, you'll not get the desired scores. You have limited time. I'll be telling you how much time you have to spend in each question type. Make sure you do the same. Summarize spoken text, you can spend complete 8 minutes. After this, your overall time will start. Task 2 of the listening module is MCQ multiple answers, not an important question. What happens over here? You will get an audio, a question will be given on your screen, and related to the audio and the question, 5, 6, or 7 options will be given on your screen. More than one option is correct. You get 1 point for correct answer, -1 for incorrect. 0 is the minimum you can get. Let's say you have selected 2 options, both are incorrect. You won't get -2, you'll only get 0. What you have to do before the audio starts, you'll have around 6, 7, 8 seconds. In that, read the question so that you know what you have to focus on while the audio is going on. While the audio is going on, try to find the answer to this. And yes, during the audio is going on, you have to select the right answer. You do not have to spend or waste time over here. This is not an important question. Once the audio stops, remember you cannot move on to the next question until the audio stops. Once the audio stops, you have to only take 5 to 10 seconds to make your decision and move on. Focus on the meaning while the audio is going on. Don't just see that, yes, modern production is given over here. Modern production was mentioned in the passage, so modern production is the right answer. Focus on the meaning, not the keywords. The correct options will always be paraphrased. Before the audio starts, read the question, and if you still have time, read the options as well. Do not spend more than 10 seconds, I would say, after the audio, not even 20 seconds. There's negative marking, 1 point for correct answer, -1 for incorrect, minimum is 0. If you're not sure, only select one answer because it's always easier to select one option. The second option is always tricky. A lot of times students select 2 options, one is correct, one is incorrect. They end up getting 0 and wasting time as well. If you're not sure, select any option you feel is right or select C. That is more likely to be the right answer, but that's just a fluke, just to save you time. And this task only contributes in listening. Not an important question type, don't practice much, but yes, give your best over here and don't waste your time. Third question, an important question, listening fill in the blanks. What happens over here? You'll be given a passage on your screen, few words in the passage are missing, an audio will be played of the same passage. The words missing on your screen will be there in the audio. So while the audio is going on, you have to take down notes of the words which are missing in the audio and then type back in the boxes over here. This is an extremely important question type, but you have to be careful with time management over here as well. While the audio is going on, take down all the notes in the notebook you have got and then type back your answers. You get 1 point for each correct blank. You get 1 point for each correct blank. Remember this thing. All right. But you only get 1 point if your spellings are correct. If your spellings are incorrect, or if you are not writing S or ED at the end of the word, let's say the word is plays with S. If you just write play, you won't really get full points. So you have to make sure your spellings are correct. If there's any blank after full stop, after exclamation, after question mark, you have to start with a capital alphabet. If there's any proper noun in the passage, or in the blank, such as name of a person, a place, any organization, any book title, any religion, any weekday, Sunday, Monday, or month, January, February, you have to capitalize that as well. So you get 2 to 3 passages in your exam, each with 4 to 5 blanks. You get 1 point for each correct blank. Let's say you get 2 passages with 5 blanks each. This task will give you 10 points in listening and 10 in writing. Remember this thing. This will give you points in listening and writing. There's no negative marking, so never leave anything unattempted. Before the audio starts, you'll have 7 seconds. In these 7 seconds, quickly skim the passage so that you have an idea of what the passage will be about, how many blanks are there. Once the audio starts, make sure you keep your eyes on the screen. Do not take your eyes off the screen. Even if you take your eyes off the screen for 1 second, you will miss the track of the lecture and then it will be very difficult for you to get back. Do not type straight away. First of all, take the notes in the notepad and then type your answer. Make sure your spellings are perfect, especially words ending with S and ED. All proper nouns, such as name of person, place, should start with a capital alphabet. Displays, display, play, played. So you have to make sure S should be there, ED should be there if it was there in the audio. Once the audio stops, you have to type in your answer quickly, proofread your spellings, and then move on to the next one. Make sure your spellings are correct, but do not waste a lot of time. After the audio, only take around 30-40 seconds, maximum 50 seconds. Practice around 10 listening fill in the blanks every day. Make a spelling list of all the spelling mistakes you make. Task 4 of your listening module, MCQ single answers. Pretty similar to MCQ multiple answer. What happens over here? You will get an audio, a question related to the audio, and 4 options. Out of these 4 options, 1 option is correct. Remember, correct option is paraphrased. Before the audio starts, you have 6-7 seconds. Read the question. Once the audio stops, do not spend more than 10 seconds because this is not an important question type. You have 1 to 2 questions of MCQ single answers in your test. There's no negative marking. Either you get 1 point for correct answer or 0 for incorrect answer. Select one option. Even if you're not sure, do not leave anything unattempted. This task only contributes in listening. Again, I'm repeating, before the audio starts, skim through this, read the question. While the audio is going on, understand the meaning, look for the correct option. The correct option is always paraphrase, so focus on the meaning, not on the keywords. And then make sure you understand the meaning while the audio is going on, select the right answer. And as soon as the audio stops, you move on to the next question. After the audio, do not spend more than 10 seconds. This task only contributes or give you points in the listening module. Next task, which is again not important as I've mentioned in the beginning, select missing words. What happens over here? You'll get an audio, a lecture. Last few words of the audio will be missing, will be replaced by the beep. Based on the meaning of the audio or the lecture, you have to select the right option, which will go at the end of the lecture. The topic of the lecture will always be given over here. How you have to do this? As I've mentioned, you'll get an audio lecture 30 to 60 seconds long. Last few words will be replaced by a beep. You'll have 3 to 5 options to choose from. Before the audio starts, what you have to do, you have to skim the option and skim the topic as well so that you have an idea of what the question is going to be about. This only contributes in listening. There's no negative marking. You get 1 to 2 questions with no negative marking, as I mentioned. 1 point for correct answer, 0 for incorrect. And you have to always attempt it. Do not leave it unattempted. Before the audio starts, skim the option. Pay attention to the meaning of the lecture. Very, very important that you pay attention to the lecture. It's important you understand the context of the lecture. If you do not understand the context, you'll not be able to select the right option at the end. For example, if the passage is talking positive about something, and throughout they're talking about positive or advantages, last few words will be positive. If they're talking positive about something and towards the end they contradict it, use words like but, however, so the last few words will be negative. So understand the nature of the context. Along with that, when you feel or when you see the audio is somewhere here, the audio bar means the audio is about to finish, note down last 3 to 4 words of the lecture. Why? That way, once you have last 3-4 words of the lecture, you can join all the options and see which one goes better according to grammar and according to the meaning as well. Use the lecture topic. If you're still confused, select the option which is related with the lecture topic. I'll repeat again. This is the way of doing it. First of all, note down the last few words of the lecture. Let's say last few words are I am going to beep. And you have options swimming, swim, shopping, play. I'm going to swimming. I'm going to swim can be the right answer. With do, you always say, you use first form of verb. I'm going to shop or I'm going for shopping. You'll never say I'm going to shopping. So this is incorrect. Either swim or play. Now, based on grammar, we have eliminated 2 options. Now, if the context is about swimming, select swim. If it's about sports, select playing. If you're still confused, go with the lecture topic. If the lecture topic on the top is about swimming, go with this. If it's about playing, go with play. So first of all, understand the lecture, note down last few words of the lecture, use the contextual knowledge to attach or fix the last few words. If you're still unsure, select the option which is related or concerned with the main topic on the top. This is how you do it. But in here as well, after the audio, do not spend more than 10 seconds. This is not an important question type. You'll only get one of this, and this is only going to give you around half of 1 point in the listening module. Task 6, second last task of your test, important task and easy task. What happens over here? You'll get an audio and the transcript of the audio. You'll get a recording, the transcription of the recording is given. Some words in the transcription will be different from what the speaker says. For example, instead of planet, they say plant, right? Instead of mission, they say mention. So few words, around 4 to 5 words, sometimes 6, sometimes 3, will be different on the screen as compared to what is in the audio. You have to select words which are different on the screen and different in the audio. In this task, you'll get an audio lecture. Transcription of the lecture will be available on the screen. Few words will be different. You have to select the words which are different on the screen and different in the audio. You get 1 point for each correct selection and -1 for each incorrect selection. There's negative marking over here. And this task is going to contribute heavily towards reading and listening. You will get 1 or 2 highlight incorrect word or highlight incorrect passages in your test. And the minimum, obviously, you can get 0. Before the audio starts, quickly skim the text. Mostly words with similar pronunciation like plant, planet, mention, mission will be different. Don't worry about articles a and the, is, am, are. These won't be there. If you're not sure, do not select. What you have to do while the audio is going on, you have to go along with the speaker. If you miss something, don't just stay over there. First of all, finish everything. And at the end, come back to the ones which you are not sure. You get 1 point for each correct selection. And normally there are 4 to 5 incorrect words in every passage. Let's say you're getting 2 passages with 5 incorrect words. You're getting 10 points in listening and 10 points in reading as well. This is an important question and easy question, and students a lot of times they don't practice because they find it very easy. I want you to practice 5 highlight incorrect words every day. Easy, but there's negative marking. So if there's any word you're not sure, do not select it, please. Last question of the test, the most important question of the test. If you do well over here, 100% you'll have a very high chance that you'll get your scores. What happens over here? You'll get an audio with a sentence. The sentence can be anywhere between 8 to normally 14 words long. You have to type the sentence exactly as you hear it. For example, the sentence is, we are traveling to London tomorrow. So you have to type it, we are traveling to London tomorrow. Why this is important? Because you get 1 point for each correct word. There is no negative marking. And this task gives you points in listening and writing. 1 point for each correct word. Remember this thing. Let's say there's a sentence with 10 words. You get 10 points in listening and 10 points in writing from one sentence. You will get 3 to 4 sentences. Let's say you have got 4 sentences. I recently took the test. I got 4 sentences, and on an average, the length was 9 words. So 4 sentences with 9 words, you're getting 36 points in listening and 36 points in writing. That is why this is very important, but you only get 1 point for every word if the spellings are correct. First alphabet should be capital, and then there should be a full stop or a question mark according to the sentence. And if there's any proper noun in the middle of the sentence, like name of a person, place, organization, that should start with a capital alphabet. There is no negative marking. There is one trick which you have to use, which I used in the test. It is clearly mentioned in Pearson's scoring guide. You get 1 point for correct word, 0 for incorrect word. So there's no negative marking. So what you have to do, you have to add extra words. I'll tell you in a while how. Before the audio starts, make sure you are ready with a marker and notepad. Either you can write down the words or you can write down the initials of the sentence. Once the audio stops, keep on repeating the sentence in your mind. Make sure your spellings are correct. At the end, you put full stop and first word is capitalized and proper nouns are there. Now, how you have to write initials? For example, the sentence is, we are traveling to London tomorrow. Instead of writing the whole sentence, you just write, we are traveling to London tomorrow. Just write the initials, keep on repeating the sentence in your mind, then write down the sentence in your notebook, we are traveling to London tomorrow, and then type back the answer in the answer box. Take down initials, keep on repeating the sentence again and again in your mind, and then type back the answer in your answer box. Make sure first word is capital, at the end there is full stop. Now let's say I'm writing this particular word, right? Let's say I'm writing the sentence, I am going to London. I'm not really sure about the spellings of London, if it's London or Londun. What I'll do is I'll write both the words. If you're confused about the spellings between two words, write both the words. Computer is going to mark you 1 point for the correct word and 0 for the incorrect. You will not lose any points for extra words. As I've told you, add extra words. Let's say the sentence is, I am a good boy. You are not really sure if it's I am a good boy or I am the good boy. You write I am a space the good and boy at the end full stop. You're not really sure about boy or boys. You write I am a the good boy boys at the end full stop. You'll get 1 point for all the correct words, 0 for incorrect, and you'll be fine. But this does not really means that you just add extra words for no reason and waste your time. I want you to only spend 50 seconds on one write from dictation, because you have 3 to 4, right? I don't really want you to spend 3 minutes on first dictation and then miss out on the remaining 3. 50 seconds, move on to the next one. Practice at least 30 writes from dictation every day. Maintain a spelling list, because this is the most important task. Again, when the audio starts, take down initials, keep on repeating the sentence in your mind, write down the main words in your notebook, type back your answer, proofread, and move on. That is what you have to do. So this was it. Once you are done, do not stop. Sometimes students think that they'll only get 3 right from dictations, and they actually have 4 dictations, right? Until and unless you do not click on end exam button, do not stop giving your best. You have to give your best till the end, and you will nail your test in the very first go. Few additional tips and strategies. Remember this thing. Please take care of the following points. We are done with listening. PT total score is calculated out of 90, but the lowest is 10. Let's say if you do not attempt anything right, you won't get 0, you'll only get 10. So basically your exam is only 80 points. From speaking, read aloud and repeat sentence, your content part will go from read aloud in reading and repeat sentence in listening. Speaking, read aloud, repeat sentence, oral fluency and pronunciation scores will go in speaking. As I told you in read aloud, right, you get points in fluency, pronunciation, and content. Fluency and pronunciation will give you points in speaking and content in your reading. And in repeat sentence, content will give you points in listening. All right, I'm giving you a scoring guide of your test. This is just an estimate, can change a bit depending on the exam pattern. Some students get 3 dictation, some students get 4 dictation. So this can vary a bit, but the importance will be same. Speaking, remember this thing, speaking, you get, I've assumed you get 6 questions. In speaking, read aloud, one read aloud is 15 points, out of which 5 points are for content, which goes in reading. So 6 read aloud will give you 60 points in speaking. Similarly, repeat sentence, 13 points for one sentence, minus 3 for content, which will go in listening, 100 points. 45 from describe image, 39 from respond to situation, and 5 points from answer short question. So out of 90, not out of 90, basically 80 only, because the lowest you can get is 10. So out of 80, read aloud will give you 20 points in speaking, repeat sentence 32 points, describe image 14, respond to situation 12, and answer short questions 2. That's why I told you this is not important. So this is the most important, then this, and then this. Similarly for writing, you don't have to just focus on writing. Majority of your writing points are from listening. Look here. Let's say 1 summarized written text, 2 emails, 5 reading writing blanks, 2 summarized spoken text, 4 dictations, and 3 listening fill in the blanks. You get 24 points from write from dictation. 17 points if you get 2 emails from email. Then reading writing blanks around 15 points. 11 points from summarized spoken text, 9 points from blanks, and 4 points from summarized written text. Only listening will give you around 24, 11, 35, 44 points out of 80. More than 50% of your writing score is from listening. That is why I told you for writing, you don't have to just focus on writing, you have to focus on everything else as well. Similarly, for reading, each read aloud will give you 5 points in content, which goes to reading. So this is 30, then summarize written text, 1 question For summarized written text, you get 2 points in content, which go into reading as well. Then your reading module, and then your highlight incorrect words. So the most important thing for your reading module, reading blanks, reading writing blanks, and read aloud. Then reorder paragraph and highlight incorrect words. Then MCQ single, a bit important, MCQ multiple, bit important, summarize written text, easy points. That's why I was telling you not to focus on these ones, these ones. The most important ones are read aloud, reading blanks, reading writing blanks. Then highlight incorrect words and reorder paragraphs. Then MCQ multiples, singles, and summarize written text. You can take a photo of this, will help you understand better. Similarly, listening, repeat sentence. Each repeat sentence will give you 3 points for content, which will go in listening. Answer short question 5, 1 points, 1 point each, and then 7 questions from listening modules. The most important one is write from dictation here. Then repeat sentence. Then summarize spoken text. Then highlight incorrect words and listening fill in the blanks. That's why I told you this is not important, this is not important, this is not important. Do not waste your time here. And around 2 to 3 points for answer short questions. This is what the score guide is. What you need to do for speaking, focus more on read aloud and repeat sentence. Manage your time in reading and listening and focus more on reading blanks. Reading and listening, do not spend more than 10 seconds, I would say, in listening. After the audio in MCQ single, multiple, select missing words. Highlight correct summary is not there, so you don't worry about it. So these 3 questions in listening, after the audio, do not spend more than 10 seconds, and MCQ single and multiple in reading, you have to only spend around 30-40 seconds. Don't stress, whatever I'm saying, you follow it, follow the templates, you'll be fine. What you need to focus on, read aloud, repeat sentence from speaking, both the reading blanks and a bit of reorders. Listening, summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. These 3, I want you to work on your spellings and then highlight incorrect words as well. What you need to practice every day, 15 read aloud, 30 repeat sentence, 20 reading writing blanks, 20 reading blanks, reading reorder paragraph 5 to 10, 2 summarize spoken text, listening blanks 10, 5 highlight incorrect words, and 30 write from dictation. When you practice summarize spoken text, listening blanks, and dictation, make sure you maintain a spelling list and you'll be fine. To practice, what you can do is I'll just show you what you have to do. You just need to go register on languageacademy.com.au. Once you register, you'll get into the portal. You just need to go to PTE Core. The settings might be changed by the time you're accessing it, but yes, you have to go on PTE Core. You have all the practice material here. For everything you practice, you'll get the scorecard, you'll get the feedback, you'll get each and everything you need, right? By the time you're accessing this website in another 1 week, we will have all the features up on the website. You'll have monthly predictions, means questions which are likely to be in the test, all the mock tests, extensive mock tests, secret strategies, your average score, your performance. You'll have each and everything, in-depth details of what you're doing, how you're doing, how many mock tests you have done, what is the mock test score. Everything you will have over here, which will give you a clear idea of what you should work on and you should avoid. So to practice, you can go on languageacademy.com.au, follow the templates which I've mentioned over here using the same. I've got 90. A lot of students are getting their desired score, especially students who are in Canada preparing for their permanent residency or their work permit. They are getting the desired scores, so you do not have to stress about anything. That is it from this video. I hope the video is helpful. We do provide online classes, especially for students who are in Canada. We have got a lot of students who are preparing and who are even getting the desired scores. To know more about our online classes, you can visit our website or contact us on any of these numbers. We've got branches in Australia, in India and Nepal, and by the time probably sometime when you're watching this video, we have something in Canada as well. If you need any help, classes, training, portal subscription, mock test, visit our website, submit a query, or you can access everything over there as well. You can contact us. We'll be more than happy to help you, and we will give our best to make sure you do not waste your time and money and get your desired scores. If you think the video was helpful, I've really worked hard on this video. If you think it was helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you ever get your desired scores watching my videos, do let me know. That is something I work for, right? And that is something which keeps me going on. Whenever a student comes and tells me or comments and tells me that yes, your videos help me, that makes my day, and that is something I work for. And if I ever help you, my videos ever help you, do let me know. That is something which will keep me going on, will motivate me as well. Now go on languageacademy.com.au, practice, and everything will be sorted, right? Take it easy. If I have done it, if thousands of students are doing it, you can do it as well. It's easy, play smart, not hard, and success will be yours. And work a bit on reading. I understand that's a bit difficult, but you'll nail it. If an average person like me can get 12 times 90, you can do it as well. Trust me, it's easy. It's easier than it looks, even to get a perfect 90, a CLB 9 or 10 score. You just have to hit the right targets and success will be yours. I'll see you in the next video. Now go practice on languageacademy.com.au.